Yeah, I am understanding that I'm live now, so if you can hear me, let me know. Just like make sure that the chat can hear me. All right.
Oh yeah, I forgot the feed. My bad.
Oh, the feed.
Now we can hear you as well.
Now they can hear me. Okay.
Yeah, the audio feed.
Okay. Good to know. So it's my understanding everything should be up. We should be good to go. So without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and start. So first thing we're gonna do, we have to go through some text boxes. Basically, a book got stolen. Your dad, Ryan's dad, Bart, went to go looking for the book, but now Dad's gone missing and the book's still missing. So Brian's gonna go look for his dad and for the book. That's the entirety of the plot for this game. If you want more plot and story, you'll have to come back on Saturday. What happens on Saturday? Well, you'll just have to wait and find out. Now, just going through the monastery, we're going to pick up a few items along the way. Gotta watch out, doors are kind of sketchy in this game. The doors and the models for the doors don't exactly line up. We're going to talk to Pat. He's going to give us a fresh bread. We're going to check this chest here. We're going to get us a honey bread. And now, with that out of the way, we're ready to leave Ye Olde Monastery up Mill Road. And we're gonna go say hi to the horses. That's a horse. And we're gonna pick up our first spirit. So this was gonna be any percent. But since the incentives got met, we're gonna be doing all spirits instead, because y'all wanted to make me suffer even longer with this game, so that's what the people donated for, so that's what the people are gonna get. Yeah, this is just the joys of early 3D games, that they hadn't yet figured out how to, you know, not have the frames tank fall off a cliff. Just going through Mill Road. I'm gonna pick up some whitelings here. We'll use these in just a moment. Anyway, yeah. Just we're gonna pick up another. We don't have to fight Tim the Dark Lord today, unfortunately. We'll fight him on Saturday. We're gonna go into this house and pick up a another fresh bread. And now we are going to leave. Just a moment, but first there's one more spirit to pick up here. So pretty much in the early game, we got to pick up like a whole bunch of spirits because we need the strength. So we got. We're gonna put everything in water because we want to get healing as quickly as possible. And then there's some other spells that we also want in that are also in water. Alright, so first battle, wear hair, that's good, that's what we wanted. You see that the battle arena disappeared, that's because of the agility glitch that we're going to be doing. So if you are faster than every enemy in a battle, and you are, and you pass your turn by mashing, you know, A and Z quickly, you can get credit for a lot of extra agility based on the distance traveled since the last encounter. We're going to use that to be a lot faster than the enemies, which is going to help with our movement radius, our hit rate, and our dodge rate. So all of those things are kind of important. It's also going to give us more movement radius, allow us to outspeed enemies, so we'll take fewer encounters, fewer hits, and so forth. Oh, apparently the feed glitched out. Yeah, there's minor glitches. Remember, it's glitchless and no major glitches allowed. Cut the feed, yeah. There are far more broken things you can do. You can go with like out of bounds and so forth, but we will eschew the major glitches and just use this seemingly innocuous minor glitch, but we will use it, maliciously. I was like, yes, like cut the fetus in like the screen that, yes, because I mentioned that I was going to be using a glitch in the glitchless and no major glitches marathon. Pick up another spirit there. It's a feature. Nah, it's not a glitch, it's just a bug. It's an error. Error in Bagu. Anyway, we're just continuing on to Dondurn. Got a few things we gotta do when we get to Dondurn. I've got 6 experience right now. I do need to pick up some experience. I need to gain some levels on the way to... And it's all the same to me. Yeah, the big mouths are slow. I prefer to think of this game as a glitch that sometimes holds itself together. Nah, I'm just kidding about that part. Or am I? I have no idea. So here's Dondurn, the second town of the game. I paid off all the officials. I mean, you're not wrong, but now that you've figured out my secret, I am going to have to eliminate you. Alright, so as I said, we do need to gain some experience, especially in the early game, to get some extra spirits before battle spirits become prohibitively expensive. Anyway, pick up a dewdrop drop. We're gonna go over here, we're gonna pick up... Well, I'm gonna try to talk to Thom and pick up a yellow wings. Now that I have 7 water, I can use healing. Just kind of a nice ability to heal. So if this were any percent, I would be using the yellow wings just to avoid this walk and go warp back to the start of the town, but since this is all spirits, we're not going to do that. Maybe 8 to 10 hours casually. It's not a long game. Like, I mean, it could definitely be pretty long if you don't know what you're doing and you're just constantly wandering around. But like, if you have the vaguest sense of what you're doing, it can easily be, I mean, it's probably no more than 10 hours. It's not a long game, I don't feel. And if you, like, use even the basic speedrun strats, I mean, it could easily be done in 4 or 5 without really even trying. Alright, so I got 17 agility, that's pretty nice. I want to be at 16 going into the forest here. No. Run around here. I can take one more fight. Spirit I want to pick up here. Another spirit I want to pick up over here. Alright, 3 bats is good. We're gonna need to take a bunch of hits here in Connor Forest. We need to grind out some defense. Ah, nice, got a Sling Spell drop. That will definitely come in handy. Ugh, my nose is very itchy today. This is excellent, 6 bat. I'm getting lots of experience today, so it's very, very nice. They have 24 health. Yeah, sorry. So you're gonna see me go in and out of Connor Forest a number of times. This is to gain agility with the agility glitch. The amount of agility you gain whenever you use this is based on the distance between encounters, and it only cares about the coordinates. So I'm going to be taking advantage of the fact that despite just being a screen transition apart, they're actually quite far away. The entrance into Connor Forest and the where you actually pop out. So that's going to allow us to gain quite a bit of agility pretty quickly. There are other places that give you even more agility later on. Other transition areas, if you will. Oh, that's not ideal. I meant to use the drop. I'm not super worried about it, but that could definitely cause some issues. Having used a heal item by mistake. Thank you for the good luck. I really appreciate it.
Is this a bad moment?
No, just defense grinding. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was actually looking at the incentives. So you actually have an incentive for Quest 64 that has been met.
Yep.
So, which is totally my fault I didn't inform you earlier, but is it too late to upgrade to All Spirits run?
I was already informed of that last night, so that's what I'm doing.
Fantastic, then I can sleep easy on that one as well. And then, just gonna do a shameless plug here, so at the same time, if you want more incentives that I'm gonna totally forget about, you can check them out with the exclamation mark incentives. Remember, you have to do donations to be able to put towards incentives, and those you find with exclamation mark donate. Anyways, good luck on the All Spirits run, that I will update the title for now.
Alright. I will only promise to try not to make a total fool of myself in front of a live studio audience. Wait a minute, there's no live studio audience here. That was a total lie by Ria. So I'm trying to grind my defense up to 9. Also trying to get some agility, and hey, I'm going to get some extra spirit levels as well. So we're getting so the 6 bad encounters worth 24 experience. Yeah, that's correct. I'm getting a lot of good fights for spirit experience right now. Just very, very nice. You're already gotten up to 33 agility. By the time we leave the Holy Plain Connor Forest area after the first boss, we want our agility to be around 50. So we're just grinding it out. We get about 2 to 3 points of agility every time I go in, and then 2 to 3 more when I go back out and take a fight. This is good. This will get the this will allow me to get the last bits of defense and HP grinding that I need. Defense and agility cap at 255. HP and MP cap at 500. Spirits cap at 50 apiece. In terms of endgame stats, our agility will be in the around 110 at the endgame. Our defense will be low to mid 20s. MP will be 24-ish. HP will be a little under 200. Do a little bit extra grinding here. Just means I'll have to do a little bit less in Coal Hazard. Kind of want to make up for the fact I accidentally used a bread, so just be a little bit safer. Plus, this is a really good fight for HP and defense, since they hit somewhat more often than the Frog Knights do. Alright, so this will be the last time I dip here into Holy Plain before Solvering. Alright, so at this point I'm ready for the boss. We're ready to head towards the boss now. Got another spirit in here. In terms of total spirits, there are 98 overworld spirits, and we'll gain about 30 more in battles or thereabouts. If this were with glitches, we would gain considerably more, thanks to glitches that allow us to gain extra spirits. Alien Mune. Alright, I'm gonna have 18 water going into the Sovereign fight, so it should be plenty safe, even though I'm down a healing item. We're just heading around to the Solvering at the end of this, end of the forest. Alright. Almost there. The last area of the boss is just beyond the door that's behind the tree that you can't therefore see. Dum. Alright, time to just fight the boss now. I've overground way more than I need to. Alright, I guess I'll take a couple of hits just because the game was nice enough to give me a Frog Knight. So you want to heal out here, and not heal in here because there's extra lag in Solvering instead. Before we fight Solvering, I want to hug this wall here because that will allow me to go get this this treasure, get myself an extra healing item before we fight the boss. Now we have Solvering, he has 200 health. Oh, we missed, that's not ideal. So that's 25 damage. 51. Uh, 78. 102. Wait, I can still die at 16 because his range is 14 to 17. One 27. 154. 177. 24 safe. And is not safe. Ow. Could be dead here. Yep, got him. Okay, so Solvering's down. We did it. We beat Solverect. So I'm gonna run around here until we get into a fight. Get some agility out of it. Gonna use, oops, heal sure. Now we're gonna use the yeah, at this point, bats have been so good to me, but it's time to no longer be grinding on bats. Oh my. They're just not worth enough experience once we get access to the next portions of the game. And we have 46 agility. Take one more fight out here. I have 48 agility. You'll also notice I put my spirit in after I got 19 water. Now I'm going to put spirits into earth so I can get access to avalanche that I need before the next boss coming up here. Well, we got about a half an hour before the next boss. So 50 agility, that's what I wanted. Pick up another dewdrop as a safety precaution. And now we've made it to Dondrin Flats. Got a spirit there. Gonna hug death for a bit. And I am now frozen. We're just at the mercy of RNG until the game decides to unfreeze us, but we could be stuck here for a while. Alright. That was not obnoxiously long, but was still longer than I cared to be frozen in the fight. I'll take a drink of water. Yay. Just heading around the area. Yeah, I don't really need to be like super on top of like agility glitching every single encounter now. Since my agility is, since I did a lot of overgrinding. And also, like with all the death hackers, you don't really want to get frozen. Kind of no bueno when that happens. So I'll take some hits when possible, because I do want to get my HP up to 81 and have 15 or 16 defense for the next fight, or the next boss fight, not the next like actual like random encounter. So I do want to gain some more stats. Alright. Keep our HPs topped off. Yeah, I'm not sure if there's anything else that I need to mention about this. So this is Glencoe Forest. It's completely optional to come here. You don't have to come here at all. However, there are 6 spirits, and number 1, this is All Spirits. Number 2, since we're not doing glitches, we need the levels. Oh, see the tree answer. Kind of powerful. So pick up this spirit, but since it's kind of at the end of a long path, best just exit back to the beginning. Yeah, really just not a lot going on. Lag stalkers. Well, they're technically called ghost stalkers, but they are very laggy enemies, so call them lag stalkers. They actually I'll talk about that in a couple of days. So unfortunately we don't yet have access to the escape spell. It's one of the things that we lose from doing no major glitches, is that if this were a full glitch run, we'd already have access to escape at this point. There's that 23 water. But alas, Just keeping an eye on my agility stat. Want to do that? Want to try to get it up a little bit more. One more spirit to pick up, and it's very close to where I am right now. There we go, that's the last spirit. And now it's time to leave Glencoe Forest. There's nothing else that we have to do here other than pick up the spirits and then head onward. Oh my gosh, the log, it's hard to get on. Oh my. Ripria. Yep, not much really to say. Just heading to Dondon Flats, which is the boat at the end of this overworld area. Yeah, unfortunately, no access to escape. So the reason why I choose to grind on the main defense grind on the enemies that I do is that in this game, the amount of HP and defense you gain from taking hits is based on the number of hits that you are dealt. So taking a bunch of low damage hits is preferred over taking a few high damage hits, because it's the number that matters, not the damage dealt. Just trying to keep get a read on my my stats. Alright, with that out of the way, we are now at the boat. Well, we will be in just a moment. Another thing that I can talk about is sliding, that we call it. So whenever I stop moving, I don't immediately stop. Instead, Brian kind of moves forward a bit and like kind of slides to a stop. And we can use that to do some different stuff. Importantly, allows us to get a little bit more movement. Oh, I don't... Oh. I did, yes. Or rather, I made a new account. I made a new account a few months ago. But unfortunately, Twitch has no ways of being like, hey, made a new account, you guys should all, like, find it. So I can't do anything like that. So if you're like, where have I been the last, 5 months, it's streaming on a different account. What I didn't do is die. I'm still very much alive. Thank you for the good luck. So, yep, we picked up a couple spirits there. Now this hill leads us to the town of Larapool. The only thing we're going to do here is we're going to pick up the blue wings, because we need them to warp back to Larapool after we take care of some stuff in Normoon. So that house by the boat is a save point, and we would save there to set up a death warp. But since this is a marathon and I'm going to be taking some safety saves / heals, I didn't need to heal there, so it's just kind of a small time waste because I'll heal in Normoon after we get through Cold Hazard. There's we're gonna head up this log bridge, and then we're gonna take this path to the end. This is gonna get us to we're gonna get hurt by a large crit of about 20. Yeah, the skeletons are laggy. They're lagging me up. You can see Brian is definitely feeling the fatigue at 23 health. Alright, so there's not going to be any more encounters until we get to into Cold Hazard. Like this zone right here doesn't have encounters. Like I go like too far past the house, there are encounters over there. But as long as we just kind of hug the house, there's not going to be encounters. And there aren't any over here across the bridge either. Yeah. Just gonna pop up my HPs. Using some heal chain there. Welcome to Cold Hazard. We'll be spending about 12 minutes going through the dungeon. There is an out of bounds in this dungeon that gets used, but since this is no major glitches, I will not be able to do so. These Skelebats are very nice fights for HP and defense grinding. They move incredibly quickly. They're accurate with their hits. And their attack animation is 0 frames. So all in all, they turn out to be an extremely good enemy. For getting our HP and defense up, which is something that I need. So in this first area, there's just going to be Skelebats, just either 1 Skelebat encounters or 2 Skelebat encounters, but only in this first region. Once you get to the later regions, then they're gonna be paired up with dragons, and that would be not good. So that's why I want to do a lot of our defense grinding early in the dungeon. I could also grind on blood shells. They use Homing Arrow 2, which does 5 hits instead of 3, but they also are laggier, and they have more attack animation time. Either one of them work well for defense grinding. Alright, so should be pretty good on HP and defense now. Done pretty much all of the grinding that I need to do. I'll take enough incidental hits in the rest of the dungeon. But I need not consciously take fights to gain HP any longer. I'm at 7 agility. That corner that I just passed is where we would go out of bounds if this were a run that did use major glitches. So blood gels. And we're gonna try to get to a place where I can hit all 3 of them at once. Trying to line it up. Nope, didn't quite get it. Very tricky. I still can't get it. I do need to gain a few spirits. Before the end, and blood gel encounters just happen to be really good at that. It's faster to do that chain healing than to just cast one heal and then go back to running off. So that's why you'll see me go down to low health and then I'll cast a bunch of heals at once. Just because it saves a little bit of animation time to chain heals like that. I'm looking for a 4 gel fight. I want to kill a total of 7 gels while I'm here in full hazard. Still just barely off the mark. Dang it, missed again. Alright, there we go. So we're now good on experience that I need. All the HP and defense that I need. I kinda didn't really need that many fights. All that I really need is a little bit more agility. Kind of pick that up incidentally. Without really having to do much in the way of specifically grinding for it. We're gonna pass by a treasure chest that contains a hero's drink, which is actually kind of useful of an item, but it's also kind of a, it's kind of tricky to get to it, just because you can get trapped in that corner and then it can be a real nightmare to get out of there, especially if you get into a fight, like, on your way to it, because I don't have the escape spell. See, I got trapped in this corner trying to head for these two spirits. Or these two treasure chests, not spirits. Can't apparently talk. Apparently don't know what the hiffle I'm talking about. Pretty much the fact that I already have 83 HP means I will not really have to do much grinding in Blue Cave. So we're pretty good on all of our stats. So hopefully the game the game hasn't yet crashed. Hopefully the stream hasn't crashed either and y'all can still hear me. This is the infamous Vine. Not really much to... We are thankfully just about out of Blue Cave, or Coal Hazard. Apparently, I don't know why I said Blue Cave there. I wish I was out of Blue Cave. Can I hear you now? I don't know if, I have no idea if... I cannot hear you right now. No, I cannot hear you. I can see what you have posted, but I cannot hear you. I don't think you're in the voice chat at the moment. Alright, so we are now out of Coal Hazard, or we will be in about 6 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we are out. Pick up a spirit there. I'm gonna just drop in here, pick up a fresh bread and a hero's drink. just as some safety items. Oh my gosh. Game, please. Alright, so we're now ready for Windward Forest. We picked up that spirit. Now we're gonna pick up this spirit. Definitely want to pass my turn here so that I can gain an extra agility. I have 64 agility now. Okay, so yeah, we're ready to fight the next boss. After kind of a little overkill on our defensive stats for the boss. So this is going to be the first time we're going to use the Avalanche spell coming up. Avalanche is incredibly powerful, and it is also incredibly RNG dependent because you have no control over where the rocks are going to land. So they could land all on top of the enemy, and they could land everywhere except for on top of the enemy, and I have no real control otherwise. So yeah, watch out for Orc Daddy. Big Papa Orc. Papa Orc? From the South Pole? I have no idea. Alright, this is else. There you saw me do a little bit of a slide. Now, as you see, Avalanche. I need about 10 rocks. I don't know the exact damage range. I probably save it 39, but I don't know if it's 33, 38, or 34, 39, so play it safe. 1, 2. So what I want to do is I want to get to a certain distance away to bait out his mid-range attack, which okay, that's 5 rocks total, which I can easily dodge. See there? The avalanche being a butt there. 7, that's good. I have plenty of HP items I can burn. 8, 9, 10. Alright, that sells. Good fight. Grab a Wind Jade. Alright, now we got 25. That's going to give us Escape. It's going to give us... so 25, Water gives us Escape. 23 gives us Heal 2 at 25. It also gives us Return at 24, which can also be useful in a few places, but it's not really used in... that's not true. It's used once in this category. Oh. So we're coming back to Dondrin. There are 2 spirits that I want to pick up, which I could not get during my first trip to Dondrin, because they're only available later. Pick up these 3 chests. Have a healing potion, a replica, and a hero's drink. The first spirit that I just picked up before, I could get after Solvering, but that second one doesn't appear. We can't get access to it until after Zels. So we'll just wait until after Zels, and then we'll just pick them both up at once. Yeah, so the game's like, oh my gosh, the Earth Orb got stolen. Defeat Solver and get the Earth Orb. Oh yeah, that's okay, you keep it. Oh no, the Wind Jade got stolen. Oh, that's okay, you can keep it. Oh no, the Water Jewel got stolen. That's okay, you can keep it. Yeah, that's pretty much what happens. I'm gonna safety save here, not because I'm worried about dying in Blue Cave, but because the game crashed on me yesterday in Blue Cave for no reason, and just out of an abundance of caution. Alright, so since we defeated Zels, obtained the Wind Jade, and access this room now, and now Lyripool has been flushed like a toilet. I have 3 spirits to pick up here before we head into the Blue Cave. Alright, so this Blue Cave is the longest dungeon in the game. Yeah, I'd say that's correct. Except maybe like World of Mammon's longer, I don't know. In any case, we take a long out-of-the-way path here. Because there is a spirit way at the end of this long dead end. Will take a little bit of time to get to. Also, you see we have access to a seed now, and also you can see it misses a lot. Yeah, it just does. After we pick up that spirit, I'm gonna go ahead and cast Escape. Exit, which is going to warp us back to the start, rather than having to take the long path all the way down again. Alright, yeah. More or less, we're just gonna follow the arrows. There's one place where we have to take a dead end to get a spirit. That's not for a little bit longer. There's not much to say about all of this, just going through the dungeon is trying to be as efficient as possible. We just want to loop around there, that second open area. So we're gonna have to take the deliberately take the wrong path, because that leads to a spirit. The second of 3 in the first half of Blue Cave. So Blue Cave is really long, it's basically 2 halves of a dungeon, and there are 3 spirits in each of the 2 halves. It's gonna walk up to me. They can't kill me from 40. They do like, well, 30 plus, but not 40. So, yep, just want to make sure I'm healing up periodically. Take a few hits along the way. I would like to get to about 98 health for safety's sake so I can survive 2 attacks from the next boss. Picked up another spirit, so now I have 34 earth. I have access to Rock Shower, which I can use to gain some extra MP. So the way you gain MP, every time I deal damage to an enemy with magic, I gain some experience towards raising my max MP. So we'll take advantage of that throughout. And now we have a pretty long encounter-free zone where I can take a moment to plug the fact that, hey, we have incentives and you can donate to save the animals, literally. And we've got other runs throughout the weekend. I'm going to be back for more quest torture here on Saturday. Hashtag shameless self-promotion. And before I get banned from future speedrun events for shamelessly self-promoting myself in the middle of a run, we just got this kind of a little bit more of this walk, and then we're gonna have some more encounter zone. We're getting close to the end of the first half of Blue Cave, so you know that's how long Blue Cave is. Yeah, we're approaching the end of part 1. Yeah, I don't know if any donations or anything have come in since the run has started. I'm not keeping track of all that stuff, so I'm sure if something has, then somebody would come in and want to announce the donation and which incentive it was going for. Bolt, thank you for the good luck. I really need it, but I'm. I mean, heck, if the game doesn't crash, that would be a win in my book. Because it did not for me last night, and that's why I'm a little bit, being a little bit, getting worried. Alright, so that concludes part 1 of Blue Cave. There we go. Get a nice deep pop in my neck. Loosen me up a little bit. Alright, now we're just heading through into part 2, which is the maze. A word of warning, you do not want to cast Rock Shower in the maze, because you run the risk, the very high likelihood risk, by the way, of the game crashing on you. And I'd really not like to do that in the middle of the game. I know crashing the game sounds like fun, and maybe that could be an incentive in a future event, but you know, not really high on my list of things that I'd like to do right now. This is an actual N64. There's some different lag on the emulator, and it seems to be a little bit faster overall. Yeah, no, I am going to be using agility glitch extensively. Otherwise, it just really wouldn't be marathon safe enough for me to feel comfortable running the game. Hence why I set the category at no major glitches as opposed to glitchless, so that I could extensively use minor glitches. Indeed, it would be rather brutal. So we're making good progress through Blue Cave. A Game Boy Color. I hear that the Game Boy Color game's gonna be in this marathon, but I can't imagine what sort of idiot would be foolish enough to run that game. Alright. Gonna stretch out my neck. Quest RPG Brian's Journey. Or the actual direct translation of the Japanese title, which is amazing. It is Elemental Tale, Jack's Great Adventure, Demon's Counterattack, which is seriously one of the most awesome names ever. Oh, I actually don't kill that thing in one hit with Rock. They have 120 health. Oh nice, I gained a level. Yeah, I'm taking a few extra hits. Using Rock Shower now that I'm out of the maze in the Skelebat area. Because I do want to raise my max MP up. I would like to get to 24. Preferably by Fargo if possible. Getting 21 for Nepti would also be wonderful, but I don't think it's going to happen. Okay. Made it to Crystal Valley. We found Epona, the Archwizard of the game. Now we want everybody to say no fish stick. BFFFC, now's the time to get your no fish sticks. Take a safety save. In case Nep decides to be a butthole. Which she often does, decide to be a butthole. Alright, no fish stick. That's good. No fish stick. The enemy is called Grangot. And it has 75 agility, so I'd like to get a big agility glitch off of the encounter there. Which thankfully happened. No, it wasn't. Looks like it went through on my end. Oh, I guess it didn't. I guess they didn't update FFC. I mean, it looked like no fish stick. Yeah, can we update the FFC follow thingamabobber? Paging at mods. So we're gonna hide behind this magic barrier. And we're gonna drop rocks on enemies. And I hope you like put up magic barrier and drop rocks on enemies, because that's what we're going to do for literally every fight for the rest of the game. Is put up rocks, drop magic, use magic barrier. Amazing how that works. Ah, fudge. Now we're gonna have her in a walk loop. She has 880 health, so it's about 8 rocks, the damage I'm dealing. That might be 8 plus, that's 4 we've dropped on her. Five, 6. Not a bad fight so far. Go ahead and use this mint leaves that I picked up. Alright, she's dead, yeah, she's dead. It was a good fight. We're gonna max out on Earth pretty soon. Then we'll go back to water since we don't need to we don't need to dip into fire because it's no major glitches. We'll just go straight to water. So we would normally death warp, but instead we're not going to death warp because I took the safety save, so I can't death warp back to the boat. But I do need to dip in here for a little bit of agility. Keep our agility nice and high. Do a nice agility glitch. I have 82 agility. Now, since you've defeated Nepti, gotten the water jewel, I can go ahead and use the stone circle there and warp back to Larapool. So I thankfully don't have to walk all the way out of Blue Cave. That would be obnoxious, to say the least. And I have 86 agility. And that's going to set us up very nicely for the remainder of the run. Okay. Getting a lot of quad warfare fights. Which, I mean, it's not great because it means that I'm killing them in one round. I have to watch the victory animation, but I still do want to use Rock Shower. Since it means more MP experience. Yeah, we're at the boat. Now, before we head on to the next portion of the game, we need to stop and pick up Bing Cheng's most favorite spirit, and by that I mean Bing Cheng totally hates the spirit. Which is the boat spirit. It appears only when you're going from East Limeland to Donner and Flats. Alright. So now we're in East Limeland. We're going to head to the town of Limeland very shortly, if I can talk. And we're going to pick up some more spirits. There's 1 spirit before Limeland, and there's 9 spirits in Limeland and 5 in this overworld after Limeland. Yep, so the turtles, they actually move surprisingly quickly compared with the fishmen, which take an eternity and a half. This game is definitely, I mean, I don't think it's a good game, but it's not the worst game ever made, it's just unpolished. Needs more love. The remake, I think, is actually kind of decent. You know, I mean, it's a decent RPG for the GBC, given the limitations of the platform and all. Like, I mean, I'm not going to say this is a masterpiece, and I'm not even going to say that this is a good game. I don't think it's the worst game ever made, though. No, you can't. That stinks. There are 9 spirits I had to pick up here in Limeland. The first 2. And after the ghost house, we will port back. We'll grab more Red Wings. Not the Final Fantasy IV characters. Not those Red Wings. Oops. You know this game is holy. Yeah. It was released in the US as Quest 64, in Europe as Holy Magic Century, and in Japan as L-Tail Monsters. Yes, they're all the same game, more or less. Yep, 5 of the 9 spirits in Limeland. 6th one is behind this, try to put that into, Earth, but that doesn't work because I already have, I already have Earth maxed out. Go Rhea. And Nightbot is reminding us to donate to save the animals. Rip the frames and save the animals, or something or another. So there's 2 spirits behind that big pillar in the foyer. And the last spirit in Limeland is here in the library. After we pick up the last spirit, we are ready to go ahead and head onward towards the next portion of the game. There's a lot of blood jellies. Go ahead and use a rock shower so I can get a bunch of MP experience, because more max MP is always preferable to less. I'm gonna have 88 agility. You want to have 80 before you go into the tunnel. Enemy agility really starts picking up after Isle of Sky and after once you get into the tunnel. Alright. Use some rock showers. Try to watch out for lag. Always gotta be concerned about that. I generally won't rock shower if there's only a couple of enemies, just because it's just not worth it. Unless there are like 4 or 5 enemies on the screen. Before we head in to Buried Tunnel, the next dungeon. Up a couple of spirits. And there's another spirit over there. I'll pick up a couple of spirits there. Definitely want to build a glitch to start. And I want to keep my HPs pretty high because there are some enemies like the Will-O-Wisp that can do a lot of damage to you. It's not like critical to be at full health at all times like it was if you were not doing agility glitch, because you can outspeed the enemies, but still something to be cognizant of. Not letting your HP get too low. Yeah, not a lot to say about, just kind of, most of the dungeons are just kind of long tunnels from, just go through the tunnel and sometimes take a quick side tour, detour, to pick up a spirit, and then it's just onward. If I head to the left right here as this area opens up, I'll just kind of briefly show it off. This corner here, you can go out of bounds on this corner. If you were interested, but since this is no major glitches, we will not be out of balancing. I just wanted to show that that's the spot where we would do so. If this were a glitched run. But yeah, just wanted to make a quick note of the fact that you could go out of bounds there if you were if you wanted. Effectively, what you do is you just kind of wedge yourself into the corner in just the right way, such that the game eventually like stops trying to push you out of the corner and just kind of pushes you through one of the sides instead of back out of the corner. N64 and I guess other 5th gen consoles were not the greatest when it came to managing collision detection in 3D. They still hadn't quite mastered that correctly. So that's why there's a lot of glitchy, out-of-bounds stuff in a lot of 3D games. And it's not just that's not a knock against Quest 64, just look about how broken like Ocarina of Time or Super Mario 64 are, just not in terms of like Ace or anything, but just in terms of like collision detection and out-of-bounds stuff and flipping into things and so forth. It's just a limitation of the N64 as a console altogether. Alright, so there's a long path of no encounters. I have 94 agility, that's very nice. Alright, so we're kind of in the second half of Fairgreen Tunnel now. The This is another limitation of sliding. You can see how far out of the fight I am. But because I hit the button too early, I'm still inbound in the fight when I press the button. Even though I slid clearly out of the fight, it still counted me as in the fight for the for that turn. So that kind of shows what sliding can do. If that makes any sense whatsoever, what I'm trying to explain. Alright, so we're almost to the boss. This is coming up on this little tunnel, and this is the last area before we get to the boss fight. Getting into a lot of those three will-o-wisps definitely want some Brian. They want some charbroiled Brian, and they're determined to get some. At all costs. Alright, so this is Shilf coming up. There are a number of jokes that can be made about Shilf's name, and what it rhymes with, but I'm not going to make them. I'm just going to let you make them for yourself. And in what should come as a surprise to absolutely no one, we are going to put up a barrier and then drop rocks on Shilf. Amazing how it works. That's 2 rocks, means 6 total. Well, 5 rocks and then a regular rock 1 will be enough. She's 1,000 health. Alright, that's 3. Barrier. Rocks. Barrier. Mint leaves. Rocks fall. Everybody dies. I said rocks fall and everybody dies. What part of rocks fall everybody dies? Yeah, Shelf apparently is not getting the memo about the everybody dies part. Alright. Oh, fudge. Alright, since this is a marathon, I'm gonna play it safe. Alright, she's dead. She's finally bitten the big one. She was defeated. She was deaf and couldn't hear me when I said rocks fall, everybody dies. Yeah, I just had to lay it on a little bit thicker. Go ahead and grab a healing potion. The chest is just a defensive amulet that does no good for me whatsoever. My neck is definitely sore right now. So we're going to take a save here to set up for a death warp that I actually will do. Now that I have 48 water, I'm going to start putting my spirits into fire now. But first I want to go ahead and agility glitch this fight. .96 agility, that's pretty good. If this were low percent, 96 is exactly where I'd want to be at this point. Enemy literally spawned out of the fight. Just some wonky stuff with the some of the textures here in NMGA5. Another spirit here that I gotta pick up. I'm just trying to get to 24 MP as quickly as possible. Once I get 24, I'm gonna stop with the rock shower. I don't really need to worry about agility glitching for the most part. I'm not gonna bother with the replica chest. I already have at least one. I'll pick up another one. I'm pretty good on all that stuff. Just kind of going through here. Just had to pick up a spirit around there. Now we're really just approaching Boil Hole, which is another dungeon. I mean, it's pretty much what we do. Just go through an overworld, then go through a dungeon, go to the next overworld, go to the next dungeon, and just, you know, proceed on, occasionally bopping a boss or two along the way. If you were expecting something, you know, particularly exciting, I'm terribly sorry to disappoint. There really isn't much to say. But yeah, we're just gonna... Now we're in Boil Hole. Another, it's not as long as Blue Cave, but it's up there in length. Wanted to go ahead and do a Jilly glitch there. The magma fish are good enemies for going out of bounds, but again, this is no major glitches, so I can't do that. So we'll just go through the game the developer intended way, more or less. Those are the Rockies. They are obnoxiously slow. Like, they will literally take upwards of 10 seconds to walk up slowly to you. Sometimes they can take like 15 seconds even, and that is no exaggeration in the slightest. Alright, anyway. Just, yeah, there's not much... I feel like I've said everything that there is to say about what's going on right now, so, like, if there's any questions in chat, I can always, you know, address those. If you've got any questions for me, just want to ask random questions to Ria, as long as they're, you know, appropriate questions. Do that. We're just going through Boil Hole, pick up some Dragon's Potions. Yes, there even is some dragons in this area. I'm gonna steal their potion. There's the dragon, just as I said. There's even some dragons here. Good time for donations. Yeah, if there's anybody who wants to donate to save the animals, now's a good time to do so, because got a few more minutes of going through this dungeon before we get to Fargo. I don't know if there are any organizer peoples here who want to plug future events, incentives, etc., etc. Any of that stuff that they want to talk about. Now's a great time for that. Because we are getting yep, you can see the schedule. I don't recall what the next run after this is. But there are going to be more runs throughout the week. There's lots of obviously there's lots of other stuff going on as well. So like yeah, I'm just rambling on now. I'd say we're about halfway through the Blue Cave Blue Cave. Halfway through the Boil Hole at this point. Maybe a bit less or a bit more. Just firing off some rock showers where I have the opportunity to do so. Just getting out of the fights quickly, thanks to our height and agility. Now we're in kind of the last open area before the boss. There's going to be one spirit in this area. I'm not going to bother with that chest there. I believe it's a healing potion. Might be a hero's drink, but I'm good on restoratives, especially because we got Shamwood and the fact we'll have all the extra spirit levels from doing all spirits. The dragon's kind of hurt. Do a wee little bit of damage. And they used Fireball 3, so that was one hit that did almost a third of my health and damage. There's the spirit you can see over there. Only 2 spirits in the entire dungeon. There's one before Fargo, and then there's one right after. Oh, one thing I could say, there's a reason why I stopped at 48 water. The way the game works, in terms of, oops, oh my gosh, in terms of, the way the game works with regard to your damage output for when you cast spells is it calculates an elemental level, and so for Earth, so the way it works, it takes the number of spirits you have in that element, plus for the 2 adjacent elements, every 8 elements in that counts as 1. And then for the opposite element, so wind and earth are opposites, water and fire are opposites, it's every 16. So 48 is the most number of 8s that I can get, which is 6 to keep my earth element. So 49 and 50 are just wasted for my earth level. Since I'm using avalanche, that's what I primarily care about, is my earth level. So I'm just maxing out, I'm only taking water to 48 before I go to earth, before I go to fire, because that's the other adjacent element. And then only after I would get fire maxed out would I put into wind. And in the glitch categories where we can do spirit cloning, you do get pretty close to maxing out all of the elements. Or at least like 48, 50, 48, like 30-ish. Like, you get pretty close. Alright, so this is Fargo coming up. The boss of the boil hole. No points for guessing the strategy for the fight. If you guessed, we're going to put up a shield and then we're going to drop rocks. Congratulations. You're right. That is what we're going to do. And which comes as a surprise to absolutely no one. Fargo has 1,500 health. That's 600 health down, got 900 to go, 6 more hits. Just trying to use up my MP efficiently. There we go, there's another 3 rocks. I could fire off water pillar 1s. Oh. The barrier can last 3 turns, but it often only lasts 2, which is why I'm alternating between a heal and a barrier. Alright. Rip Fargo. Actually, don't rip Fargo. No F for respects here. Do not press F to pay respects. Instead, say, forget you. And we are on our way out. just finished up cargo. So we've made it to Bergen Moor. This is the last overworld region of the game. Coming close to the final dungeon sequence. But we do have a few things to do before then. I need to make sure not to heal here at the end. But I am going to raid the old man's house for some items. Da 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 da. Da, 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 da. Yeah, we had some awesome music to listen to. A few spirits to pick up here as well. So some of the astute among you who have played this game before might be going like, but Ria, what about Shamwood? You never went to Shamwood. And to those of you who were paying attention and recognize that, you are indeed correct. I have not been to Shamwood yet. Doesn't mean I won't be heading there. That's actually the next place we're going. I just wanted to set... I wanted to grow into... all I need to do is just go into town. That way when I cast return, I will end up back here. And I'm going to take advantage of return. Oh, did the stream crash? I'm sorry about that. It thankfully seems to be fine on my end for the time being at least. So now we're going to warp back to the desert. So we've arrived back at the desert, and this is how we're gonna take care of Shamwood now rather than before Boilful. It turns out to save time. We don't have to do any of the walking to, or we don't have to do the walking back from Shamwood. Oh, just a bitrate drop. I've surprisingly not had any drop frames so far. Knocking on wood. There we go. Wood has been knocked on. I'm as shocked as anybody else that my stream has actually managed to not fall apart on me. I went ahead due southeast. I had to think for a second and recall which way was east and which way was west. Oh my gosh, I'm getting a lot of two-step counters right there. We're gonna pick up the Desert Spear, which is like really, it's supposed to be like dead center of the desert. It's right in front of me. Now you can see that little crystal overhead, or you should be able to kind of make it out. But that is the crystal with the ziggurat to Shamwood, which is our next objective. Never eat slimy worms? Yeah. I'm just confusing my left and my right, that's all. After 28 years, I still have to do the hand trick. This is Shamwood. I imagine if you played casually, there's probably a good chance you never went looking for Shamwood. Completely optional, but there are 10 spirits here, so I should probably pick those up because, you know, the whole, you know, all spirits thing and everything like that. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. I always heard never eat soggy waffles, though. Now we're making it to the treasure room. Took a few items. So that's this is the 5th spirit we're gonna pick up. Right here. There's 5 more still to go. Then we'll be leaving Shamwood. Gonna enter the last room, the throne room, where there are not 1, not 2, not 3, but in fact 4 spirits right there. There's the bar. We'll learn more about him in a couple of days. And now we're gonna cast Return, which sends us back here to Brannock, and I'm gonna take a safety save just because it seems like a good idea. Guilty is kind of a butthole. So I don't have the stream up, so I don't actually have a timer going. So I'm not sure what my time is, but I'm guessing I'm right around the 2-hour mark right now, more or less. In which case I should be able to still get the 225 estimate, 2029. Yep, that sounds about right to me. I should be able to still sub 225, even though it's all spirits. Originally kind of wanting 230 estimate. I think my PB in this is like a 215, but I don't really grind out this run all that much. I just kind of did it just to say that I could do it. Just for events like this where I want to actually have a run of no major glitches. For anybody who might want to have a marathon of this stuff. There's 2 spirits in the castle, and then that will completed all of the spirits, and then it's just a matter of completing the game after that. Kind of exciting that we're rapidly approaching the end. No, there's no need to rock shower. Already have 24. I mean, I would like to have 25 for bogus, but it's not a huge deal if I don't get it. Yeah, I don't know when the next incentives close, but if there are any incentives that are closing after this run, you are rapidly running out of time to donate, because we've probably got about 20. Again, which you thank you for good luck. I really appreciate it. We've probably got about 20-ish more minutes, give or take. Probably a little bit longer, because I'll probably die to Guilty, because, well, Guilty is a butthole. Pick up an MP restorative. They're doing some construction and painting and stuff, so don't mind the loud banging noises outside. Just pay them no mind. Just hopefully the internet cables will not be dug up or anything. I don't think they're doing any digging of the cables today. I have 106 agility, which is more than enough for my purposes. I would love to have 130, but that's just too long to get that in any category other than low percent. Alright, this is Guilty's room coming up. Well, just like before, it's going to be a lot of throw up a barrier, drop rocks, rinse and repeat. One. Ah, they all went the wrong way. About 22 hits or so. 21 to 22 hits. Got 1800 health. Wow, that was no bueno right there. Yeah, it's probably going to be loud noise outside the rest of the day. Alright, that's 3, so I'm finally making some progress. Should have plenty of MP restoratives. Not worried about that. Or yeah, it should be right around 20. Well, that's not good. We will start getting some good avalanches. 5. Count to 20 with me, everybody. Oh, I was supposed to barrier. 7. Alright, the barrier held, so we're good. Trying to conserve MP items a little bit. 107 should be safe. Wow, that was probably a little close. Counting is hard. Sorry, did I miscount? 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That was very good. That's the kind of avalanches I want to see. $14, $15. So kind of lost track. He's pretty weak though. He only got 2 or 3 more. Okay, he's dead. Alright, we did it. We made it past the butthole. And now all the loud noises. Yeah, apparently there's a lot of stream delay right now. Because I see the 20 there, and that fight finished over a minute ago for me. That's okay. Yeah, so I do apologize if it seems like it's taking a while to respawn in chat. Probably just a lot of delay built up between me and the restream. So I'll grab an MP item here. Grab another MP item here, grab the last spirit. That's the 98th and final spirit. And I'm gonna go ahead and take one more of the old safety saves. Safety saves are nice, I like those. They make me feel real good about myself. Now we're gonna Hi Dad, Bye Dad. So remember what I said about how Dad went missing and we were gonna look for Dad? Well, first, Brian's chest. So 10, 5, 6, thank you for good luck. Brian's chest, and then Hi Dad, Bye Dad. We'll go all this way to find Dad. We're just going to leave him. There's nothing that we can do for him now. All we can do is press on, and so we shall. Alright, now we got King Bogus. King Bogus, aka King Bull Feces. There we go, dropped it. And absolutely nothing has changed. Ow. Bye-bye. Ow. He can absolutely two-shot me. I will need to play cautiously. Was they redacted? I'm sorry. There's just a lot of banging around because they're doing construction right outside. Alright, that was like 3 more rocks. Trying to lure him away from the edge. Just because when the rocks drop off the edge, it creates more lag and fewer rocks fall in total. It's a little bit of an optimization there. Was what a glitch. Oh, where Brian goes into the chest. It's just a little fun thing. I mean, it doesn't do anything meaningful. It just kind of get to kind of point and laugh at it. Alright, I got a bunch of... I still got 3 MP items after this. Be more than good. He's almost dead. Well, now he's dead. Once those 3 more rocks dropped all at once. Now, don't all drop and kill the king at once. Alright, we have done it. We have made it past King Bull Feces, and we're on to the final boss. Coming up here in just a couple minutes. Probably have about 8 or 9 more minutes left in the run. Depending on RNG, of course. So, by the end of the game, the developers are kind of low on time. There's going to be a lot of repeated rooms. There's going to be a lot of rooms like this one, where we can just kind of hug the wall and avoid encounters, so we'll be doing both of those things. Not a whole lot to say. As far as the run is concerned, just this would be a great time for donations. If anybody wants to !donate in chat and donate some money, because there is nothing meritorious whatsoever about World of Mammon. And this is a great time to do any shout-outs for charity or shout out the upcoming stuff, so I don't know if any staff member wants to chime in and say a few words. Because now's now's a great time, because there's nothing to say right now.
Okay then. Well, we got a few things going on. We're gonna continue with the schedule. We're gonna find mark schedule. And we should be switching Restream as well, but I think he bolted when I said it was time to switch. We'll see about that. Otherwise, we are no glitches allowed. 5th edition actually. Been doing this 5 times already. And we're still taking donations towards Go Rescue, which is a no-kill shelter, which helps animals get off the street and find new good homes. So if you want to support that cause, you can use !donate, like Ria just said. And all donations can also go towards incentives, which you can find with !incentives. The next upcoming incentive is actually character skin for Blasphemous. The game. I think I'm pronouncing it right. But that will be coming later today, after at least 2 more runs. Otherwise, we got a lot of namings. We got a choice between Sword or Shield in Pokemon Sword and Shield, and some profile names. We also got a few other incentives that currently, for example, Dust. If you want the post-run trial exhibition, you need to donate $15 towards that incentive. It will happen tomorrow if my memory serves me right. Let me check. Yeah, Dust happens in about a little on 12 hours. So if you want to see that, it's also that to choose. Otherwise, we're gonna hope you finish this run under a good time. Good luck.
I will certainly need the good luck. Yeah, the pinheads, they kind of hurt a lot. And I have plenty of HP restored, so I don't mind burning a healing potion there. I've got all of the healing items I could ever want. We have about 4 more rooms left. We have this room, and then there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rooms left in the game. Including the room where the final boss is. So we are about, depending on final boss RNG, anywhere from 4 to 5.5 minutes left, unless the boss kills me, in which case it might be a couple minutes longer. So I don't know if we're gonna hit under 225. I think we're like at 219 right now, so we might still get under. Which, given that my 225 estimate was for any no major glitches, and this is 10-ish minutes longer, still hitting the underestimate would be pretty fantastic in my mind. So I don't know if the next runner is kind of alerted and getting ready, but as I said, we have less than 5 minutes to go. And there's no ending to speak of, so take one last safety save before we head to the final boss. Get to experience some pounding around outside. Yeah, we don't have to worry about encountering that room because we hugged the walls. This room doesn't have encounters. And this is the final boss room, so time is going to be as soon as the boss starts exploding. I'll try to keep count on hits, but yeah, it could explode at pretty much any time. It takes about 25 hits to kill. I've got 2,300 health. And the strategy is exactly what you'd expect. We're going to use a barrier and then we're going to drop rocks. Amazing how that works. Orb. And since Mammon is absolutely massive, he takes lots of rocks every time you drop some on him. He just gets pelted with them. Get hit with the lag walls. Get some great music to listen to. Wow, only one hit there. My avalanches are not doing a lot of good right now. So to reiterate, I'm not going to necessarily know exactly when time's going to happen, just going to be whenever it blows up. I'm going to use an MP item. Sounds like a great flipping idea. Yeah, just gotta watch out for the lag walls. They lag the game. Lots of lag near the flame. He's still kicking. Should be just about dead though, so any second now. Not yet. Go for it. Alright, time. Why am I dying? Why is this flesh decaying? Oh, why am I dying? Life, I hated it. This death. Peacefully. So, 8 text boxes. That's it. You wanted an ending? Sorry, you don't get no flippin' ending.
Okay then.
That's it.
Good news is that you finished Underestimate.
Yay!
Your final time was at 2:23:28.
Alright, for All Spirits, All Spirits and no major glitches, that's pretty good. And right as that happened, I got, thank you Arngrim for the GG, and right as time ended, I got some frame drops. I was like, I got through the entire run without any drop frames, and then I had a few seconds of frame drops. Internet, you held up right as long as I needed you to. Thank you very much.
But RNG internet is favoring us all right now.
Yep, RNG internet. It held off right as long as I needed it to, and not even 10 seconds longer. That's it. You wanted an end. You wanted more of an ending. F you. You don't get no stinking ending. But if you want to see Quest 64 with an actual plot and story, I hear some moron, some total fool of a human being is going to be running a different version of Quest 64 later in this event. I'm not going to spoil the surprise. I don't want to say who it is. I don't want to rat out the guilty, not the boss guilty. Ha 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 ha. But yeah, that's a thing. But I know we've got future runners, so I don't know if I still need to buy some time to finish setting up and just ramble on incoherently, or if you want to go ahead and cut streams so the next RIA streamer can get to the setup or anything. I'll just kind of wait for you from...
Yes. You can do your final shout-out and we're going to cut to intermission before we start up the next run.
Alright, so it sounds like we're going to an intermission. So I'm Ria. Y'all should follow me. Hashtag shameless self-promotion. I'm going to be in Frame Fatales next week. Or not next week, the following week, so you should catch me there too. But yeah, that's pretty much all I've got. And I'll be back in a couple of days. And well, I'm not going to spoil the surprise on what's going to happen then.
The surprise is that you're going to return for another run. But apart from that... Okay. Seems to be a bit problem about our runner seems to be currently not available. We will be switching around, and yes, we will keep the information updated just to get this run out as fast as possible. So stay tuned for that. And while you do that, donate, because why not donate towards a great cause of saving the doggos. And we'll be right back with more runs. Okay. So we will be switching restreamer now as well to get hopefully give you a better experience than my stuttering around here. And also the next run, as you might have seen, is gonna be Linkameister running Super Metroid Ascent 100%. That's gonna be something to look forward to. Anyways, don't panic too much if the stream goes down. We will be right back with more awesome runs.